Hey everybody.
Oh my God, what is that?
Hey everybody, it's Racetrack Ladies.
Yes, that was
There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
We are the Racetrack Ladies.
And we're here.
And why does everybody have
are.
their sunglasses on? What is that about?
Because we're cool.
That's right, we're
Yeah,
cool.
we're cool.
All right, get your sunglasses
there you
on.
go. All right.
I'm cooler without them.
All right.
A mission from God.
So we just finished watching the 300 COP Drive for COPD.
No, it was Wreckfest number 3. Well, because we had the dualies. Well, and then that would actually be 2.
Well,
And then
you
we
know.
had the truck race.
It just kept wrecking. I'm tired of wrecks.
Well, okay. So the race. So today. Oh, so we talked about this right before we went to the track.
Who
so
had the pole? Danica.
Danica
was on the pole.
She was the first casualty of the race.
Well, yeah. I mean, she was the first significant casualty on lap, I think, 50, 51 out of 125. She got booted by her own teammate.
Yep.
She's usually pretty calm and cool on the radio, taking in the instruction and direction,
I had
listening
just
to what's going on.
commented that she doesn't even cuss on the radio.
Never.
Yeah, well
Well,
she dropped some F-bombs.
Boy,
Oh.
It was a string, man. She'd been saving that one up.
She was in her car going, ha!
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you're all,
Only
and
there
there
were
was
F
no
words.
excuse. I mean, the teammate didn't have anybody behind them. I mean, there's no reason. Other
He's
than
a ding
He
dong.
doesn't know how to drive.
we were a third of the way through the race, seriously, and you had to
Cold.
bump her out the
Seriously.
way.
It was Cole Witt in the number 88.
Yeah, so he
Yeah.
was just bump drafting. Yeah, it
In a
shouldn't have been
really
happening.
Bad way.
So it was interesting because there was, I was worried about this race when it began because I thought, oh, we're going to see a lot of tutu train, right? Because there were a lot of tandem stuff going on.
Right at the beginning.
Yeah, so Danica did lead the first lap, which I knew Junior was going to make sure that happened.
Oh, sure.
But then there was a lot of tutu train stuff happening, and then I'm like, oh no,
Well, no,
I am not
but
sitting through
there
another
was
race.
also a lot of pack racing, and there was also a lot of just regular drafting. We had a little bit of everything
Well,
today.
towards the end, but at the beginning there was a lot of that tutu stuff. And you're thinking, wait a minute, did we not make enough adjustments on the nationwide cars
Evidently
to prevent
not.
that?
Mm-mm.
I guess not.
So that happened, but then we went back to kind of pack racing, and then we started having the accidents.
Oh, there were melees. Let me tell you, if you had guessed on how many melees there were going to be today, you would have been wrong. There were so many.
And you could see them coming. I mean, you could see them. You could just, oh no, and you knew it, and there it was.
When you saw them 3 wide in the corner, I mean, either coming in turn 2 or in turn 4, you just knew.
Yeah.
It was something was going to happen because all it took is one little car. Yeah.
We're
they
not
were-
race car drivers, and we knew that.
Yeah.
Well, they were kind of getting to 4 wide, and then they would go back to 3 wide, and 4 wide. But you saw it was going to happen.
Yeah.
It was ugly.
So,
Yeah, it was.
yeah, so I really don't think that there was a car that left that track that was unscathed. I think every car must have had some kind of ding on it.
I don't think Austin Dillon had any.
I think he did. He did because he had to pit
Yeah.
several times.
Yeah,
Yes,
he did.
He
He
had
did.
stuff on his hood.
Yeah, he was in front of us.
Yeah, and Junior.
Yeah.
He got
Yeah,
bad
Junior had it
on the
bad.
right side.
Tony got it at the end.
Yeah.
Well, how about the winner? Did he have anything on him?
I don't know. James
The winner
Busher.
was James Busher, and it's just because as the front, runners were totally wrecked on the last lap, he was the one that managed to come out of that.
I'm going.
He's like, who's going to win this race? There's nobody in the front row anymore, and so who's going to come out of the, the smoke and the fumes and everything? It was James Busher in the number 30 car.
So the good thing is he's from Texas.
He's from
but,
Texas.
Yeah, so congratulations.
But this happened like on the last lap.
Yeah.
It was a pretty bad
In
wreck.
turn 4. I don't understand what happened. If Kurt Busch squished up Joey.
Well, that's what happened. Tony had a good run. Sadler was behind him, and they were coming, and they made it
They were made 3 wide
to the
going- yeah.
outside, but they had the room, and all of a
They
sudden
didn't have the room.
It closed really fast.
They had the room, but somebody came up to try and block them.
Who was that? Was that Kurt Busch?
Would that
or
be
Kyle Busch?
We think it was Kurt Busch.
It was a Busch.
It was a Busch.
It was a
I
Busch.
think that it was all the dynamics of everything. I don't know that it was a real true block.
I think it was
even
because it squished him up into the wall.
It was called I Can't Win, so neither can you.
Well,
No, it's I
I
want to
don't-
win, and I'm going to do everything I can to win.
if that means wrecking you
I
and
think
me.
we need to we need to watch the
We will.
replay
We watch.
of the videos because I think there were some other things happening there, and then somebody got into somebody, and then Kurt got up into their line.
No, because it was Kirk and Kyle that were leading at that point.
But then I think Kyle got in the back. Kyle was further back. I don't think Kyle was right behind Kurt at that point anymore.
All I know is that somebody squished up into Tony, And then cars started to turn. But see, then if that had been the only part, that would have been okay. It's kind of like last night. If that had been the only thing, that would have been okay. But then all the other stuff happened behind them.
Right.
You know, it's kind of like when in the Kenny Wallace accident, which I was really sad for him.
Yes.
That was a really bad one because that was where there was like the car under the car in the
Cars
accident.
were being lifted up,
Yeah.
and you know they had to red flag the race because there was damage on the safer barrier wall in turn 4.
Yep.
Well, the damage is the splitter was stuck.
It was wedged in the wall.
Yeah, and they couldn't get it out.
Yeah.
But what was interesting about
They
that
couldn't
red
get the
flag is
wedgie
that
out.
they stopped the cars on the backstretch, and then the tower was saying that they were not going to go to caution before they went to green. They went straight from red to a green flag,
which it's the first
even the
time I've
drivers.
seen.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
I almost felt like I was on a road, like watching the streetlights going red to green.
You know, it's hard when you're in the stands and all these wrecks and all these cars and trying to keep track of which cars got wrecked, and there's so many of them you couldn't even keep track
No.
of it. And who's getting out of their cars and who's safe, and you know, some nets didn't go down for a long time, but I was just like, you know, this is crazy. It's
took
I
a
was
while
in the
for, like-
bathroom and I was like, hey, wait a minute. How
we
did they go
started-
green so
I know.
fast? I'm like, it takes like a couple times to go around.
No, they went straight
They
to
went
green.
straight to green.
Yep, they went straight into it.
Which I was glad, because by that time we were within 10 to go, and it would have been an even worse melee at the end.
I don't know. They could have red flagged it earlier.
I think they should have.
Yeah, the crowd was a little like, hey, finally.
Red flag it.
Well, the crowd was happy that they did red flag it. I think we would have preferred it to have been red flagged earlier when you knew it was going to take that long.
You know it's not going to be.
Because they gave one to
quick
go and all the
fix.
emergency vehicles are still out on the track.
Well, because they couldn't pull it out.
And speaking of,
Everybody taking a turn. Well, everybody taking a turn
That
trying
was
to
the
pull it
other
out.
thing that
Oh, I can't
bothered
get it.
me.
Can you get it? Hey, you want to try? Oh,
when-
hey, NASCAR, none of us can get it. You might want to red flag it.
well, the other thing that bothered me about that
That's how it
was
went
that
down.
the
You
Speedy
know it.
Dry
You know it.
truck
More trucks
was-
drive
I'm
up.
really talking here. The Speedy Dry truck was not only dropping the Speedy Dry on the track, but it was also dropping it on pit road, and then it didn't blow pit road, so that meant that all the cars that were
it
coming
blew.
down had to go down and drive through that crap.
I saw it because I saw Austin Dillon when they were bringing Austin Dillon down. They're like, don't slide the tires. I'm like, he's got to go through the kitty litter. How is he not going to slide his tires? He had to like tiptoe in.
Slowly.
So anyhow,
Like a little kitty.
Anyhow.
the race is over. We're in the car.
Yes, we are.
And you know what? There's so much traffic. We're bored.
Yeah.
I'm talking to you.
And you're going to pay attention, damn it. You want to go try and pull a splitter out? 'Cause those guys over there can't do it.
Oh my Lord.
Hey, they were tired. They've been working all Speedweeks.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's
You're
true.
They
right.
had so many wrecks.
They're so exhausted. I'm tired. You try it.
And last night they had to stay up late and repair the catch fence
Fix
because
the
the
catch
catch
fence.
fence was
Had a
all
big old
torn
hole.
up.
So it would catch today. Yeah, they had to repair the
I'm
catch fence.
surprised we still have decals on the field.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because there were lots of cars going through
Everybody's
there.
going through the
They're
grass.
spray painting it right now.
So Jane Busher wins.
Yeah.
Kozlowski was second.
I don't
Elliott
care.
Sadler was third. I was happy for him.
Dylan was fifth.
Dylan, I thought he was fourth.
Fourth. Okay.
Get your numbers right.
All right.
I don't know who was
This is
fifth.
a top five.
Tony
I know.
was eighth. He was
Yeah.
going for his fifth in a row.
So
The Bushes didn't want that to happen.
I'm curious to see how the points shake out after this first race.
Yeah.
Well,
Danica
all right.
Schmanica's dug herself a
Austin
hole.
will be fourth. Busher will be first. That's how it's going to shake out.
The regulars.
What do you think?
Okay, so on
Shut
that note, does anybody else have anything intelligent to say?
Intelligent.
Yeah, that's what I
Hey,
thought.
there's no fair raising the bar at this point, people.
No, we're not going there.
No.
So we're gonna go. Let's see. It's 5 o'clock. 5:05. We're gonna go eat
Yep.
some.
Oh,
Good.
What a
there's
shock.
Hey, we've been in the stands all day. It's been 5 hours since
Yeah,
you saw
I
us
need something
last.
substantial. And M&M's, while I do love them,
Yeah.
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 But let me just say this. I'm very concerned about the race tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Driver safety, although the vehicles are safer, we have safer barriers. I'm just concerned. And we have a
I
weather.
don't want a crash fest.
I know.
No.
I'm just worried about it. So we'll just put that in the back of our minds.
Because it's kind of weird because like today's cars are more stable than the ones tomorrow. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we don't
so go
know.
figure.
I don't know.
So we'll
It's
just
gonna be messed
table
up.
that and think about it. And the weather. We have an issue with weather in Daytona, so we're all like on standby notice. What?
We all have our
Yeah.
ponchos.
Yeah,
We
we
have
have
a-
Because you don't know.
today, which it didn't.
No,
Yeah,
the
they-
sun's shone and I have some burn.
So you know what that means? That means that y'all might be seeing more of us than you ever thought that you would.
I know you
Or
love
wanted
that.
to.
All right, but I think now we just must go eat because I'm hungry.
Yeah,
All right.
it's time.
It's
Sorry.
time.
Sorry, if y'all are in town, you can come with us.
Yeah, La Fiesta. Okay. All right, so until you see us the next time, we'll be
At the track and going green.